Okay, so yesterday I made a video about a former teacher of mine, and it had me thinking about this one story time I haven't told yet, and I want to tell it today. I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump into this. So this story time, it involves another teacher of mine, okay? Now I uploaded a story back when I was 16 years old about this teacher, and the next morning when I was going to school, she saw it when she got to school. Like, she was on her computer, and she saw the video about her. And it wasn't even a bad story time. I don't even remember the exact title, but it's somewhere on my channel still. And yeah, she saw this video and she was not happy about it. And that's where this story starts, okay? All starts off as a normal morning. 16-year-old Luna awakes from 3 hours of sleep, checks my video from the night before, sees how it's doing. It's doing pretty good. I brush my teeth, I take a shower, I eat breakfast, and I go to school, okay? I get to school, I get off the bus, I go into school, I get to first period, and I sit down. Now, before the bell even rings to start class, my teacher comes up to me and she's like, "Austin, you're needed in the office." I'm like, okay, what could I possibly be needed in the office for? Like, I haven't done anything wrong. So I go upstairs to the office, I get there, and I see my principal and my teacher both standing in the office. And my principal's like, "Hey, Austin, like, come into my office, please." And I follow my principal and my teacher into the principal's office, and I sit down in front of the desk, and my teacher sits down next to me, and she just goes, "Austin, last night you uploaded a video about me. It was a story about me on your YouTube channel, and I don't like it. Can you please take it down?" I was like, "I'm sorry you don't like it. Why do you want me to take it down?" And she's like, "Because I didn't give you permission to upload that video, so you need to delete it." I'm like, "Well, I didn't say your name in it. I didn't say anything personal, like no personal information, nothing like that, nothing about the school, nothing about where you work." I'm like, "So why do you want me to delete it?" She's like, "I just don't like it." I'm like, "That's not a good enough reason for me to delete it. Like, I didn't break any rules or laws making that video. People won't even know it's about you, and it's not even anything bad. Like, it's just a funny little story time." And she was like, "I don't care. I'm the teacher here, and I don't like what you did. So either delete that video or I'm going to call your parents." I'm like, "Okay, you can call my parents, but they're going to say the same thing. I didn't break any law. I didn't break any school rule. Like, they're not going to care." She's like, "Really? Okay. Well, if you don't do it, I'm going to call your parents, give you a lunch detention, and give you ISS." Now, ISS, which means in-school suspension, is a pretty serious punishment that was only given to people at my school who broke, like, serious rules or did something illegal in school. So the fact that she even threatened me with that was ridiculous. And that's what I said. I was like, "That's ridiculous. You can't give me any kind of in-school punishment for something that I did outside of school that doesn't break any law whatsoever and doesn't even expose any of your personal information. Like, you're just not in the right on that." She's like, "I'm the teacher. I can enforce any kind of punishment that I want on a student that did something against me." I'm like, "That's not how that works. You can enforce punishment on a student, but only if that student breaks a rule or a law on school grounds. Like, you can't do anything to me. I didn't do anything wrong on school grounds, and I also didn't do anything wrong or illegal outside of school. Like, I just made a YouTube video that isn't even bad. It doesn't expose any personal information or your name or anything. So, like, there's no reason to be having this conversation." And she's like, "No, Austin, no." And she picks up the phone and she starts dialing my mom's phone number. And my mom answers the phone. She's like, "Hello?" She's like, "Hey, like, we have Austin here in the principal's office. He uploaded a video last night on his YouTube channel about me, and he's refusing to take it down, and I was just wondering if it's okay if I inflict a punishment for it." And my mom goes, "Did he upload the video on school grounds or do anything illegal in the video?" And my teacher goes, "Well, technically, no." And my mom interrupts and goes, "Well, then you can't punish my son in school for something he did outside of school that isn't illegal." And my teacher goes, "I understand, but he won't delete it." And my mom goes, "Put my son on the phone, please." And she's like, "Yeah, you're on speaker." And my mom goes, "Austin, why won't you delete the video?" I was like, "Because I didn't slander her. I didn't say anything that was untrue. I didn't say her name as well. I didn't expose any personal info. And I liked the video. Like, I like making videos." And my mom goes, "Okay, so honestly, I think this should just be over with here. If he said nothing in the video that can trace back to you, I don't think there should be a reason to punish my son or even call him to the office in the first place. Please let him go back to class. Like, he should be learning right now, not sitting in an office with you guys over this." And in my head, I'm just like, holy shit, like, my mom's got my back on this? That's crazy. And yeah, after that, my principal looked up at me. She goes, "All right, Austin, you're free to go." And I went downstairs back to class, and my teacher was not happy about it. Like, later on that day when I had her class, she was just giving me a death stare, and she was calling on me every time she would ask a question. And she was just not happy. I could tell that she was pretty angry with me. But yeah, I waited a while to tell this story time because I didn't want to tell this story like back to back with the other one because I was afraid she was going to like fail me in her class. But I guess that doesn't really matter now. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Please leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
I can't play the sidelines, really seen these flaws of mine. Tea leaves help my thoughts align. I need to let go. Open doors like suicide, keeping me from living life. Tea leaves help my thoughts align. Think I'm too close to you.